Greetings, fellow detectives. Wizard Kitten here, bringing you the first part in our walkthrough for Nancy Drew Alibi in Ashes. Super excited for this game. It's a really unique one in the series because this one takes place in River Heights, Nancy's hometown. As usual, we're starting at our desk, but it looks a little bit different. It's definitely more three-dimensional than it's ever been. Looks a lot more real. But Nancy's still got kind of the same things here, except interactive buttons. And then we have our scrapbook with our past 24 cases. Wow, so many cases. This was a big milestone for the Nancy Drew series, so that's kind of why this was supposed to be more of a special mystery.
This anagram from the Clues Challenge says I should go check out the thermostat at the old town hall.
I do kind of wish they would have let us figure that out, but it says setting, storage room, action, Tom the Star in the hold not wall. So check out the thermostat in the old town hall, which is what we're supposed to do apparently. Oh no, I didn't look at the case file. I didn't think I could go back. Okay. Case file, the Clues Challenge. It's that time of year again. Grab your pens and strap on your thinking caps. The Clues Challenge is on the way. Teams of up to 6 may compete in the week-long challenge. Teams of 7 or more are allowed with a 5-point penalty per extra team member. So our team is Team Danger, which we decided on in the last mystery, Captive Curse. Our team leader is Nancy, us of course, and then we are doing this mystery, or this case, with Ned, Bess, and George. How awesome is that, that they're helping us out with this case? Ned finally gets to come along for a mystery. Along with gaining the undying respect of town puzzlers, the finders of this year's hidden medallion will preside over the opening of the town time capsule during the Anvil Day's closing ceremony. But wait, there's more. The leader of the winning team will be allowed to place a personal item of his or her choosing in the next town time capsule. Sign up soon to tackle the challenge and have the rare chance to send a message into the future, which is pretty cool. And then these are a few things that the team has already kind of worked on. Clues, the blacksmith, architect, and the framework ham party, town founder, Ethan Mahoney. Again, we're coming in kind of like part way through this challenge, and I do wish we could have started it from the very beginning, but that's okay, that's all right. It's one way of doing it. All right. So now we can take our little anagram here, and it'll bring us to the old town hall. Let's do senior detective as usual. The last remaining section of the iron nugget discovered by Ethan Mahoney that was used to create River Heights' first anvil. Cool. Okay, and I guess we go through here. Clicks.
Who's there?
What's clicking? Why is it clicking?
Is that an ice cube? What's happening?
So, whoa!
Oh no! I've got to get out of here!
Oh my goodness.
I better... It's jammed shut.
Door's locked. That's not helpful.
I better hurry.
Okay, so what you gotta do is stack things on top of each other so that you can get up top to the open door. I like to go through these like vertically tall things. Gravity doesn't matter. It will, as long as it balances, it will stay. So don't even think about whether or not Nancy could actually climb through these.
I'm trapped. The only way out is through that window.
Yeah, Nancy. You can get through now, right? There we go.
Time to get out of here.
Okay, and there was a map to the right.
Get out of here fast.
That showed us where we need to crawl. And we kind of need to go this way. If you can see under the door, there's fire. Do not open the door that has fire. Again,
I better hurry.
Don't open that door. We want to go out, not this way. We want to crawl out this way, I believe. Oh, here we go. Phew. Whoa. Oh, there's people here. They're all looking at me funny.
Nancy Drew, what made you decide to burn down the old town hall?
I didn't.
Did you work alone? Who helped you?
What do you mean work alone? I didn't do anything.
Was this politically motivated?
Of course not. I would never.
Back off. No press until we take statements. Please state your name for the record.
Nancy Drew.
Where were you when the fire broke out?
I was locked in the room where the fire started.
What were you doing there?
I was following a lead for the Clues Challenge.
Was there anything strange about the way the fire was burning?
The fire spread through the whole building in a matter of seconds.
What was the color of the smoke?
Gray.
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
There was a snowflake-shaped ice cube on the thermostat.
Did you see anyone else at the scene before emergency crews arrived?
Deirdre Shannon, Alexei Markovic, Tony Scolari, and Brenda Carlton.
Do you believe someone intentionally started the fire? If so, who?
It was whoever sent me the note. I'm not making it up, I promise.
There you have it. A former hero and city icon, rendered speechless. And speechless is the word of the day as onlookers struggle to come to terms with the brazen destruction of the beloved town hall by none other than the girl detective they had once trusted their lives and livelihoods to. Truly a sad day for River Heights. With Heights 9 News, I'm Brenda Carlton. Back to you, Jim.
I still can't believe that happened. You could have been really hurt.
I know. It's lucky that no one else was there.
Did you even see what started the fire?
Yeah, it was really strange. There was this snowflake-shaped ice cube on the thermostat. Hang on. There's someone at the door. Chief McGinnis?
My hands are tied here, Nancy.
What are you talking about?
Nancy Drew, you're under arrest for arson in connection with the town hall fire.
I had nothing to do with that.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say or do can and will be held against you in the court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney. Drew, you're free to make a call.
Wow. So that was a lot happening all at once. Nancy was following a lead for the Clues Challenge, and then the building burst into flames, and now she's been arrested for arson within the building by Chief McGinnis, who she's helped out on a lot of cases. Phew, this is exhausting, and I have a right to talk to an attorney. Good thing my father happens to be an attorney. Let's go ahead and call Dad real quick, who we haven't talked to in a long time. Many mysteries ago.
You've reached the personal line of Carson Drew. Please direct all business matters to the firm switchboard.
Hi, it's Nancy. I'm in jail. I really could use your help right about now. Please call me as soon as you can. Wait, I don't know if I can even get phone calls in here. I guess I'll keep trying you. When you get this message, don't freak out, okay? You don't need to book the next flight home. At least, not yet. I got a note telling me to go to town hall, and when I got there, it just burst into flames. They think I did it. I think this might be one of those situations where I can admit that I might need a little help. I guess I better get going now. I'll try you again soon. I should call my friends.
Yeah, Nancy, I think you will need a little bit of help because, you're locked in a cell, so there's not much you can do. Okay, I want to call Ned, because Ned needs his day of glory. He needs to do something. He wants to do something.
Ned, it's Nancy.
Nancy, what's going on? How are you?
All right, for now. I'm not going to be able to get out of here until I can prove that I'm not the one who set the fire.
We'll do anything you need to help get you out.
I knew I could count on you. Remember that wiki we were using for the Clues Challenge?
The program on our phones, right?
Right. Let's all use that to keep in touch. All case information and big clues should show up there.
Good idea.
There's something I need right away.
Just name it.
The reason I went to the town hall was because I was led there by a note. I need you guys to find that note and drop it off at the station for me. I think it might have fallen out of my pocket when I escaped the fire.
Consider it done.
Can you please take care of Togo until I'm out?
Way ahead of you. Since your dad and Hannah are out of town, George is watching your house.
How's Togo doing?
Pretty upset, but George's mom is taking care of him back at their house.
Great. One less thing to worry about. Your turn to take over.
Time to help Nancy.
Woo! And then we switch to Ned's point of view, which is kind of cool. So we get to play as Ned, Bess, and George in this mystery, but we're playing as Ned right now. If we look at the phones for all of the different characters, they all have backgrounds related to one of the previous mysteries. So Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, White Wolf of Icicle Creek, Danger on Deception Island, Creature of Kapu Cave, Secret of the Scarlet Hand, and Haunting of Castle Malloy. Now for Ned, which one of these is my favorite? Oh, that's hard, because a few of these are really good. Scarlet Hand, Deception Island, and Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon are all really solid games. I'm kind of feeling Deception Island, though, you know? Some kind of classic. Ooh, I like that. That's goofy. I like the wood block. There we go. That sounds like Ned anyway. And then we have this journal, this wiki that Nancy was talking about that'll help us keep an idea or keep track of all of our clues. Clues challenge update, it's Rackham. Three more, and the clues challenge is ours. Let's meet at Scoop. They just arrested Nancy. What are we going to do? A snowflake-shaped ice cube on the thermostat seemed to trigger the fire. Let's use this program to keep all of our thoughts together. Don't forget to keep checking in here for new updates about Nancy's case. The police station has a drop box that we can use to get items in and out of the police station. We need to drop off all the evidence we find to Nancy. Nancy said she left a note behind at the town hall. We need to find it. Cool. So Ned is starting here at Wardenclyffe Antiques, which is closed at present. So I guess arson at the old town hall. History destroyed in burning blaze. Yeek! It's big news in town. That's not good. Not good news for Nancy. Okay, let's head out. And we actually have these this map here with cars, and we kind of drive around to different places. So River Heights Mall, some of them you can actually go into and some of them you can't. Like the River Heights Mall you can't, Harrison Park you can't. There's just little things that might happen. So we're at the antique store right now and we need to go to the Old Town Hall, which is where? Where are you, Old Town Hall? Cemetery. Okay, that's Bess's home, George's home, and Nancy's home is around here somewhere too. Cemetery. There's Nancy's home. Old Town Hall. Old Town Hall. Madame Dugard's Dance Academy. The schoolyard. Why am I having so much trouble finding it? There's the police station, so that's where we'll go and drop things off. Drew Law Offices. That's where Nancy's dad works. There's Scoop. We'll definitely want to go to Scoop at some point. Am I losing it? Mahoney Anvil Company, Pizza Palace. I think I'm losing it, guys, because I can't find it. Police station, schoolyard, Scoop. Where is it? This is exciting content, isn't it, you guys? Oh my gosh, what is wrong? What is wrong with me? Seriously, Fenley Place. I'm super confused. Why can't I find the Old Town Hall? Drew home. Oops. Okay, let's just go to Nancy's house so we're at least doing something. So we can go in, and like, this is Nancy's house. So we're actually seeing Nancy's home, which is pretty fun. I did do a build of the Drew house, of this exact house, in The Sims 4, if you want to check that out on the channel. Town Hall Fire Sparks Investigation. The smoke has finally cleared from the raging 4-alarm fire that destroyed River Heights' historic town hall last night, but many questions remain. Despite the police department's reluctance to name suspects, Heights 9 News is reporting that Nancy Drew has been taken into custody as of this morning. With no other apparent suspects, the case against the teen detective appears to be solidifying. On the otherwise pleasant streets of River Heights, rage and frustration are beginning to overflow as residents struggle to understand the motivation behind such an act. That's Town Hall. It isn't just some old building, said Andrew Schultz. It's where I grew up. I became a frontier scout there. How can someone do that? While many mourn the loss of the iconic town hall, a small contingent is calling for drastic action to be taken against Nancy Drew. She thinks she's untouchable, said a source who wishes to remain anonymous. For years, she has flagrantly disregarded the rule of law and turned this town into her personal playground. I'll finally be able to breathe easy when she's behind bars. Heights 9 News will be following this story as it develops. Yikes. Some rough news for Nancy. That's not exactly helpful. Togo's bed is over here. That's pretty cute. And we could go up to Nancy's room. There's like this little foyer with books and everything. It's really pretty. What's this? Antiquities exhibit declared a fraud. The popular traveling archaeology exhibit, Antiquities of the Ancient World, has been proven by none other than River Heights' own Nancy Drew to be an elaborate hoax. The exhibit, which so far has grossed more than $50 million worldwide, recently closed its doors after the authenticity of the exhibit's artifacts were called into question. Charges remain to be filed, but investigators have stated that the matter will be taken very seriously. At this time, we cannot comment, said Police Chief McGinnis. We will continue to work closely with national and international law enforcement agencies as the investigation progresses. Those responsible will be held accountable here and abroad. So far, investigators have confirmed that exhibit organizers were aware that the majority of the artifacts were in fact counterfeit. The elaborately recreated artifacts have toured the globe multiple times, fooling over 100,000 ticket holders. They were excellent forgeries, said Drew, but no forgery is ever perfect. After viewing the exhibit, Drew became suspicious when the details of the case didn't match her expectations. The artifacts were a little too perfect, said Drew. In addition to that, the organizers didn't seem at all concerned when a large statue was accidentally broken. To me, that was a red flag. Drew took it upon herself to stake out the exhibit, gathering enough evidence to finally put an end to the multi-year fraud. There's nothing more exciting than getting a glimpse of the ancient world, said Drew. We learn so much from history that we can't afford to allow a hoax like this to go unexposed. As of press time, more than 50 artifacts have been declared fraudulent. Nancy's so smart. Dear Nancy, from teaching our cake decorating class. Oh, this is fun. So this is when they did cake decorating contests for inclusion in the game. This is so cool. Look at all these amazing cakes. These people are so good. Secret of the Old Clock, Shadow at the Water's Edge. These are all so amazing. I bet they taste great too. Oh, the Cocoa Kringle cake. Wow. I remember when this contest took place. Oh my gosh, nostalgia. So funny. Back when Nancy Drew games were being released regularly, the fandom was still alive and well. Here's a picture of Bess and George at Shadow Ranch. So they apparently looked different, or looked the same way they do now, way back in game 10. So, magic Bess and George. I love Nancy's room. The decorations are so cool. And look at all of these. This is a cookie treasure trove. So we've got a Carnivale mask from Phantom of Venice. We have a ship from Ransom of the Seven Ships. We have a Frankenstein doll from The Captive Curse. Sheep doll from Haunting of Castle Malloy. Whale statue from Danger on Deception Island. I believe this horse is from Secret of the Old Clock. A little Mayan statue from Secret of the Scarlet Hand, Hula Doll, Creature of Kapu Cave, also seen in Legend of the Crystal Skull, Waverly Mug from Mornings at Waverly Academy, Sneezing Powder from Legend of the Crystal Skull, the Pyramid from White Wolf of Icicle Creek, Little Carousel Horse from the Haunted Carousel, and then this bottle, I believe, is a bottle of very rare wine from Danger by Design. Phew! So many cookies. This game is a treasure trove for him. And look at this cute little sitting area. Her room is so bright and fun. Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. Can we look at Nancy's drawers here? Thursday's to-do list. Wash the car. Replace porch light. She mowed the lawn. Framed Ned's picture. Nice. Chatter Teeth from Curse of Blackmore Manor. Copper Gorge. A sign from Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, and I think that's a fighting manatee from Secrets Can Kill. I can't remember where the battery is from. Phone charms from Shadow at the Water's Edge, and that looks like a brochure for Wickford Castle, which would be Treasure of the Royal Tower. That's a picture of Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. Sally's cabin. That's a picture of Rick Arland from Stay Tuned for Danger. Wow, okay. Lock picking instructions. Close the drawer, Nancy. There's her case file. She's got so many mementos from previous cases. That's locked. On the case. Arson. Okay. This might be helpful. Fires present a unique investigative challenge for police. Following a fire, most of the evidence will have been destroyed or compromised during fire suppression. Investigators are often left with a contaminated and dangerous crime scene. Once the fire has been put out and the crime scene has been secured, the arson investigator must determine if the fire was accidental or incendiary. Investigators begin by locating the point of origin. Once the fire's start point is located, investigators will search the area for signs of tampering, ignition devices, or possible accelerant use. Accelerants. Ignition devices may have been consumed in the fire, but traces of the accelerants could still be present. Gasoline is the most commonly used accelerant, but other frequently used flammable liquids include acetone, ethyl ether, isopropyl alcohol, propane, or paint thinners, toluene, or turpentine. Determining that an accelerant was present provides proof that the fire was set intentionally. Specifically trained sniffer dogs or headspace gas chromatography tests are two of the most reliable accelerant detection methods. While sniffer dogs may not always be available, most investigators will have access to a gas chromatograph machine. Samples collected from the point of origin are stored in airtight containers, typically glass, to preserve any residual accelerant until they are placed in the machine for analysis. Once the test is complete, the resulting chromatogram graph is compared against chromatograms of common accelerants to verify if a match exists. So to help Nancy, we kind of need to figure out what the accelerant was at the fire. And, yeah. And look, it's me, /Ned, because I'm playing as Ned. Hee adorable. Nancy's bed, love the art. This room is just seriously stinking gorgeous. Alright, well I think I'm going to leave this part right here. Thank you so much for watching, fellow detectives. I will see you soon.